First down, here's the run with Cook. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Allen taking it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills 7, Steelers 0. Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On the give, it's Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Warren will try the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the
Steeler
30-yard
football
line.
here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. A handoff for Warren. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Warren. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
And they take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Rodgers fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bills have recovered.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
319. Hey, hold. Look out.
Now Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
18. Hey, take 26. Hey, Mike. Screen idea.
A final shot before break. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Rodgers. A quick hitter complete. It's Warren. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Rodgers now to throw. And open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
But look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Rodgers again now. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Running left, it's Warren. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
6 the Eagles! 6 the Eagles! Ready.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. Those guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
They'll run it, Warren. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a pickup of 6.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Now a run with Warren.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd down, goal to go.
26. 18.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now, 4th and goal.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal.
18.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
18. Back north. Slip it down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
18. Inside.
Here's Warren.
And he stopped immediately there.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
258.
To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Hey, you block him. 150.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll
It's
come up
second
now on
and
2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Allen running the option to the left. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Tackled by Alex Highsmith.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Allen. That's caught by Palmer. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
To throw is Allen.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
1 yards to gain on the play. That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, line left. 318. Hey, 88. Back north.
One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Underway through the snowflakes here in Western PA. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Laporta in motion. Right to the air. Here's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Detroit.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down. He's just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one. Here's first and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Lions.
Laporta in motion. Goff to throw on first down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Again, 24 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
From the gun, it's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
You know, it's funny, Mike. I think in conditions like this, when you play games in these elements, everyone assumes it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and it's actually the contrary. The offense knows where they're going. They can collect their feet, they can collect their way, but it's the defense that is more of a reactive state, and those are the guys that have a hard time keeping their footing. You see them slipping and falling, so early offensive success doesn't really surprise me, and now they have the ability to play from a lead.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Get 300! Get 258!
On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 5.
630! 258!
Once again, it's Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you, and they find a way to take advantage.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
258!
Will stay on the ground with Warren. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Brian Branch in on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Lions' 46-yard line.
We are through one. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it second down and 6 to begin.
Get right. 319.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 12 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Let it. 319.
On the ground, Gainwell. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. First and 10.
319. Get right. Easy.
Here's Gainwell. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's a second and 6.
319. Slip it down.
On second down, Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third and 5.
Here now, third and 5.
Set it up. Blue 58. 26.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That is intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
Value 1.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Laporta in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
Laporta in motion. From the gun on third down, it's gone. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The Lions called their first timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down, they need 3. Laporta in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's caught left side by St. Brown. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 42 yards.
1st and goal, Detroit.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Now, Goff. To the goal line and in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Wind out. You got 58. We need 18. Line back. Jim. Yeah, this. We need
1st down for Aaron. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And you can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark because they have not been able to get anything going here before the half.
Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, take 26. Look at the aim. Look at the...
We'll start this on the ground with one. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Rodgers on first down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Back north.
Second down, Rodgers. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner, and now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field, and he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180.
Here's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a couple.
180. Value 3. Value 3.
Throwing here is Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 2 yards to go.
180.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Good running inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
What? Like 20. What?
Goff with the give to Montgomery. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
Hot. 180.
They'll run with Gibbs. Whoa! And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Laporta in motion. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, they need 5.
Here we go. Like 20.
Laporta in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. The Lions stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Jump out!
A first down throw from Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
37.
That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Wide left! Hey, 88! Back north.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is out of bounds. It is a gain of 23 yards. And now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal.
Mike, we are going 26. Inside. Keith, hey, you block over here. Yeah, Liz. Screen ain't get up.
To the air once more. It's Rodgers. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their